rates being produced, labels being created, labels being placed on packages and then being delivered. I often sort of joke with folks that that's only 51% of the sort of success criteria. The other 49% is all the tracking and technology around it, not only in terms of back to the customer, or I should say the shipper's customer, but also in many cases, I think you could dissect, just the tracking vertical slice of our industry. There's so much innovation happening there, I think, for a host of reasons. First and foremost, there's a general desire, as you stated, to kind of provide the Amazon-like experience, right? The other thing that I see is that companies, they want to own the digital experience, and so they want to tailor that all the way through to notifying you that your package has successfully arrived. And so they're less inclined to sign up for a vanilla-based service where they really want to sort of have that sort of brand impact all the way through to package delivery. But anyways, I think tracking, at least from our standpoint, is fascinating, not only in terms of how dynamic it is and how rapidly it's changing, but I think the other thing is that tracking is a place where partners ultimately make their way into the ecosystem. So we do a lot of working with our shipper carriers and our shipper customers, and they are bringing their kind of tracking partners to the table. Can you talk about kind of tracking in the EasyPost world? I know you sort of hinted at it, but can you also talk about working with shippers and working with the carriers, the technology companies, tracking technology companies that they're bringing to the table, and how that sort of impacts sort of this whole relationship between platform, shipper, and carrier?
Sure. It's a very interesting trend happening right now. There's a more independent companies, like not related to the carriers, who are doing tracking information, who are like asking to grab through webhooks information about the package. And I think it's also related to data analytics. Like a lot of e-commerce companies, not only e-commerce, a lot of customers who are looking through the shipping solutions. There could be warehouses, e-commerce, DTC. They are looking into the optimization, right? And I think tracking information, like collecting data based on the tracking, this is something what can help, because it's accuracy, it's a data prediction, it's understanding who is stick to their promises in terms of carriers.
Sure.
If they offering second day delivery, if it's actually delivered second day or not. And I see this is a very growing trend of doing a lot of analytics and switching between solutions. If customers understand, and customers, I'm talking about shippers, if shippers understand there is a potential of increasing quality and decreasing of the price. What I can see that there is also big growth of international tracking, because that's the difficult part. When the package is crossing customs border, the tracking is usually more complex. And I see that there's the companies who are doing international tracking or working with international carriers. At the same time, domestically in the United States, I think we can see two growing patterns. Carriers by themselves start investing into the tracking solutions. I start seeing more details, tracking information. There's actually explanation what's happening with the packages in the sorting center. It's passed to the vehicle, and some of them even have graphics. I said gamification, when you can see a little truck going over the city. I'm sometimes watching where's my packages. And why he's on the Pine Street when he's supposed to be on the Taylor Street. And I'm that's not logical route. In my head, I'm playing Mario there. Yes. But we can see that the actual classical carriers, and when I say classical carriers, I mean like a big four and all carriers regional, they're starting investing because then they saw the competition of independent tracking companies who are like helping shippers with analytics. And I think this is very healthy competition because one already have all data, like carriers already have data, they just haven't properly used it, and then another one see that there is a gap in satisfying consumer needs. We will see again. Right now, it could be competition, then it could be partnership. We see, Mike, with you, there's a lot of merchant acquisitions happening here and there. Some companies are coming on the market, some unfortunately like being acquired or bankrupt. This is a part of like, I think logistics industry for a very long time was not very modern in terms of technology, and in the last 5-7 years it step up, and I think COVID especially started driving a lot those changes.